Okay, let's get this kicked off. First trading day of November. It's dark in the office, so hopefully the lighting looks okay. I actually didn't do a test. I just turned on the light over there. Smile into the camera. Hey, this is Trader Rod. This is going to be the Trade Journal Screencast as recorded in my Main Street Alpha Trade Journal. Today is Monday, November 2nd, 2015. And just as we set the clocks back a little bit in my portfolios, both futures and stocks and options took a little setback today because I kind of entered the day with a little bit of a short bias and fought it all the way up. So we're right back at all-time highs on the NASDAQ 100. We got QQQ, IWM, and Spider puts. Those are in our face. Also put on a new XLE position today, so we'll take a look at that. And a couple other things in the news today. We had an E. coli scare. Vertex is still in the news. Let's see what else we got in the journal here. Fitbit and AIG reported after the bell today and are a little lower on earnings, though not substantial. And the IBB and integrated oils, Conoco, Chevron, Exxon, had monster days. So that's got us right back up that 70 level in XLE. So we initiated a new short position via put. So let's take a look at all that real quick and go to the charts and see what happened. Thanks. Alrighty, okay, so let's, again, November 2nd, here's the Trade Journal, and we'll start with sort of the futures. So I haven't brought in any of the close positions on stock and options because I didn't close anything today. They're all in my face. We'll take a look at it in the $2,500 account, which is now was over 5,600, and now today's down below 4,000. But we'll look at the 25 challenge account. So now what you like to see from the upper left to the bottom right, this was all futures because while I had the Qs and the Spider and the one that was really in my face, IWM puts, I was also trading the NQ a little bit from the short side and the ES and the Russell. So had the same sort of setups, short bias, not really watching this trend. It kind of was a runaway trend day, but we kept the damage not too bad in the future, so that's closed out there. NQ, ES, TF, all kind of back up to their, well, not the Russell. We'll take a look at that separately. So let's go to the charts here first. I want to start with the IWM because the IWM and the XLE actually look very similar. So while we have the NQ, NASDAQ 100 back at all-time highs, we have Facebook and Tesla earnings actually midweek tomorrow and Wednesday, I believe. The IWM is not nearly back at its highs. You can see we had that sort of Fed reaction from the initial Fed meeting. We had another Fed meeting since then, and now we're banging right up here, 117 to 118 half, and we stalled right here at 117.80. It got a little bit of 118, I think, today, and I put on a little bit more of the IWM 115, the IWM 115 November puts. I think our average price on that is about $1.25. So there's going to be price improvement available on all of these, but we are fading this level here now. It clearly has to hold. It'd be the path of least resistance is probably to come up and even violate this a little bit, put a little bit more pressure on the shorts there. But I still like trying to fade these small caps. Now there's more beta here. This is going to be not for the faint of heart. You got to adjust your stops and targets accordingly. Use your rules as we talk about in the trading room when we talk about directional options. But we got some time on these. Again, they're in November, so we're on the 115 puts. Now let's take a look at XLE. So if you just bang your head and didn't look at the symbol, right, very kind of similar chart setup. So today, kind of inexplicably, I mean, who knows why these things just sort of happen seemingly out of nowhere, but Chevron and Exxon and ConocoPhillips, the three largest members that make up this XLE, which I'm looking at right now, we're all up massively, like 5%, I think, on Chevron. Chevron's like the IWM of the XLE, if that makes sense. So there you go, one test, two tests, and just broke above it a little bit today. We didn't quite get above 70, and 70 is where we've been buying these 68.5 puts. Also going to be some price improvement opportunities on that as well. So we'll just highlight tonight XLE puts and the IWM puts. These are counter trend trades against the recent trend, but they're actually with trend trade. I don't have a moving average on here, but they're sort of structure based with trend trades by buying puts on both the IWM and the XLE, which have been the weakest. So it's going to take a lot of energy to get these higher, but there's a lot of buying going on right now. So we'll see how that works out also on the Novembers. Let's take a look at it in the in the small portfolios. This is directional only, no day trading, 2,500 challenge account, which is $2,500 starting each month, but I bumped it up to 5,000, and so I didn't actually have to fund it because it's gone from 2,500 to over 6,300. I took out about $1,200, and when we started the day, we were at 5,100, and today We're down exactly 1K in open positions. Oh, actually, well, there it is. So today's net gain was a loss of $1,000. We didn't close out anything today. GoPro November 28 calls. I won't talk about that position. I mentioned it in a previous video. IWM I covered. QQQ we talked about. Spider. So we're pretty much all up against the stock indices fading this move, looking for a little pullback. We're into our 5th week of gains off the August lows. Twitter is one that we've been playing a lot from the long side, looking for that 28.5 level to hold, which it did today, closed up 29.20. If we can get these back above 30, this will be a nice little winner. Those will probably go up to about $1.30, $1.40 on these options. And then here's the XLE. So these are sized accordingly for this size of account. We're trading them a little bit differently in some of our other swing accounts that we talk about in the VPT Live Trade Room. If you'd like to find out more about how we do trade stocks, options, and futures for daily income, you can go to VPT Live and check out our trade room. 10-day trial for $10. Todd and I are in there Tuesday through Friday. All right, first day of November trading, and set back the clocks and set back our account a little bit, but I don't mind the portfolio here, so we'll track it for the remainder of the week. Trade like you mean it. We'll see you at the next update. Thanks.